This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. Dear students, in this session of trigonometry, we will discuss some conditional identities. These conditional identities involve the concept of compound angles, multiple angles, submultiple angles, and transformations. So, before you watch this video, you must go through those videos of trigonometry which involve these concepts. Okay, so here now I am going to take the first identity. Here it is given, if A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, then first identity is given as sine 2A plus sine 2B plus sine 2C is equal to 4 sine A sine B sine C. Second is given as sine 2A plus sine 2B minus sine 2C is equal to 4 cos A cos B sine C. And the last one here is given as sine B plus C minus A plus sine C plus A minus B plus sine A plus B minus C is equal to 4 sine A sine B sine C. Okay, now let me tell you, first of all, in the exam they may give you A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, or in place of this they may say three angles A, B, C are angles of a triangle. They may say A, B, C are three angles of a triangle instead of saying A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now here, first of all, I'll take this identity. I am going to prove this. I'm taking LHS part, which is sine 2A plus sine 2B plus sine 2C. Okay, now recall the trigonometric session of multiple angles. There we derived sine 2A. If I open this, it becomes 2 sine A cos A. Okay, now here sine 2B plus sine 2C. Here use a transformation. What kind of transformation? Recall the formula sine C plus sine D. The formula is 2 sine C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. If I use this, here it becomes 2 sine. It becomes 2B plus 2C by 2 means B plus C. And cos 2B minus 2C by 2 means B minus C. Okay. Now, here it is given A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. So, if A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, can't I write B plus C is equal to 180 degree minus A? Okay, I want sine B plus C. So I'll take sine on both sides. So it becomes sine B plus C is equal to sine 180 minus A. 180 minus A will fall in this second quadrant where the sign is positive, and since it is 180 minus theta, sign will remain sign. So actually in place of this sign B plus C, I can write sign A. Got it? Now I'll take sign A common here. 2 sign A common basically. 2 sin A common. What do we get inside the bracket? Cos A plus cos B minus C. Again use A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. So what will be A? 180 minus B plus C. So BA is actually 180 degree minus B plus C, and if I take cos on both sides, cos A will become cos 180 minus B plus C. Got it? Now cos 180 minus B plus C. Cos 180 minus B plus C is actually minus cos B plus C. First of all, cos 180 minus theta will remain cos, and since it lies in the second quadrant, recall after school to college, in the second quadrant, sine and its reciprocal cosec, the two are positive, rest negative. So here cos will be negative. So minus cos B plus C. So in place of this, I can write minus cos B plus C. Got it? Now, 2 sin A. It can be written as cos B minus C minus cos B plus C. Again, what will you use? Transformation. We will transform this into product. Cos C minus cos D. Recall cos C minus cos D formula. It is 2 sin C plus D by 2 into sin D minus C by 2. Recall the formula. So what will you say here? C plus D by 2. This plus this means CC will get cancelled. 2B by 2 will become B. So it is 2 sin B. Now when it is sin D minus C, so BB will get cancelled, and here it will be sin C. So at the end, what is the result? 2 into 2 is 4, so it becomes 4 sin A, sin B, sin C. Now you go and check. Here it is given 4 sin A, sin B, sin C. Hence proved. Okay. Now before I discuss this second one, let me tell you that in the exam they may ask this identity indirectly. It is not necessary that every time they will ask this identity directly. They will give you a question in such a manner, although they will not mention that A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree, or they will not say that angles are angles of a triangle, but indirectly they will give you such angles that A plus B plus C will be 180 degree. So in the exam you have to be alert. Okay, so for example, if I ask you what is the value of sine 80 degree plus sine 34 degree plus sine 246 degree upon sine 40 degree into sine 17 degree into sine 123 degree. Okay, so here if you check these angles carefully, and if I assume A as 40 degree, B as 17 degree, and C as 123 degree, my A plus B plus C comes as 40 plus 17 plus 123, and that value comes as 180 degree. Got it? So if you check this part, this is actually sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c upon sine a sine b sine c. Now you check the identity which we have proved here. Sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c is equal to 4 sine a sine b sine c. If I keep this sine a sine b sine c this side in the denominator, the value will come equal to 4. And actually they have asked the same thing, sine 2a plus sine 2b plus sine 2c upon sine a sine b sine c. So what will be the value of this? It is 4. Got it? So as I told you, they may ask identities or conditional identities indirectly. So please be alert for that. Okay. Now I'll take the another one where it is given sine 2a plus sine 2b minus sine 2c. This time minus sine 2c, and we have to prove it to 4 cos a cos b sine c. Okay, so I'll take the left hand side of this LHS, which is given as sine 2a plus sine 2b minus sine 2c. Again, I'll try to open this and I'll combine these two. So here the concept of multiple angles, 2 sine a cos a, and here transformation, I'll use transformation sine c minus sine d. What is sine c minus sine d? Sine c minus sine d is actually 2 cos c plus d by 2, 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sine c minus d by 2. If I use this here, it will be transformed into 2 cos b plus c into sine b minus c. Got it? Similar to the previous case. Now this time what we do here, b plus c I'll write as 180 minus a. So this I can write as cos 180 degree minus a. Now cos 180 degree minus something is cos a. Now it will be minus or plus. How will you decide? Quadrant. The 180 minus theta angle lies in the second quadrant where cos is negative. After school to college, so it becomes minus cos a. Here also it is cos a. So I'll take 2 cos a common. 2 cos a will be the common one, and inside the bracket it will be sine a minus sine b minus c. Okay, so now what will you do? Sine a will be written what? Sine 180 minus b plus c. Okay, sine 180 minus b plus c is what? It will lie in the second quadrant, so sine is positive, so it will be positive. Sine 180 minus something will remain sine b plus c. So here actually it is 2 cos a outside the bracket, and inside it is sine b plus c minus sine B minus C. Again, sin C minus sin D. What is that? 2 cos C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. So it becomes 2 cos A. Then it is 2 cos C plus D by 2. This plus this. If you add, C will get cancelled and 2B by 2 will be B. Now, if you subtract, because it is sin C minus D. Sine. So if you subtract, it will become what? This B will get cancelled. So at the end, you will get sin C. Sin C. So look at this identity. 4 cos A cos B sin C we have to prove. And what we got here? 2 will get multiplied here. So it becomes 4 cos A cos B sin C. Okay. Hence proved. Okay. Now the third identity, I am leaving it for you. You prove this. Try to prove, try to combine angles, try to use transformations, and try to prove this identity. Okay. Now I'll take a question here. I'll take a question here. Here the question says sine inverse P plus sine inverse Q plus sine inverse R is equal to 180 degree. Then prove that P root 1 minus P square plus Q root 1 minus Q square plus R root 1 minus R square is equal to 2P into Q into R. So if I take here sine inverse P is equal to A, then sine A will be P. Okay. Now, if I take sine inverse Q is equal to B, then sine B will be what? Q. Similarly, sine inverse R, if I take as C, then sine C will become R. Now, take this left hand side. Here, if I take P, I write as sine A root 1 minus P square means sine square A. 1 minus sine square A is what? Cos square A, which can be written as sine A cos A. Okay. Now if I multiply and divide with 2, if I divide and multiply with 2, 2 sine A cos A becomes what? Sine 2A. Sine 2A. So we have converted this P into root 1 minus P square term into sine 2A by 2. Similarly, this can be converted into what? Into sine 2B by 2, and the last term will be converted into sine 2C by 2. Now recall the first identity which we have proved here, sine 2A plus sine 2B plus sine 2C. 4 sine A sine B sine C. 4 sine A sine B sine C. So I will substitute here 4 sine A sine B sine C, and it is divided with 2. So it will be 2 into sine A I can write as P, sine B I can write as Q, sine C I can write as R. So it becomes 2PQ into R. Now go and check what is given right hand side, 2PQR. Hence proved. Okay. This video is presented to you by www.testprepadda.com. testprepadda.com provides free audio-visual lectures of different subjects by expert faculties, free online tests prepared by expert faculties to students who are preparing for engineering or medical entrance exams or planning to take exams like KVPY, Olympiad, etc. It provides a platform where students can interact with mentors to improve their performance in the exams. The mission of this online medium is to help students to achieve their goals. Log on to www.testprepadda.com to watch free video lectures on different topics, to download free revision notes, to take free chapter-wise online tests, progressive test, and mock test, to discuss doubts with mentors. Thank you for watching the video. To stay up to date with the latest videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on our Facebook page, Test Prep Adda. All the best.